If you're waiting for a mentor to show up and hand you the map to your next chapter, you might be waiting forever. Honestly, that search for a guru is usually just a very sophisticated way of giving yourself a permission slip to stay exactly where you are. Today, I want to talk about why you don't actually need a mentor to succeed and how to build what I call a personal board of directors instead. We've all seen the movies. The young guy is struggling, he's about to quit, and then, out of nowhere, this wise old teacher appears. Gandalf, Mr. Miyagi, some legendary CEO who randomly takes a kid under his wing. Everything gets explained. The map is handed over. The path becomes clear. We're in our 40s, our 50s, and if we're being honest, a lot of us are still waiting for that guy to show up. We tell ourselves that the reason we haven't started that business or fixed our fitness or made that career pivot is because we're missing a guide. But real life isn't a movie. People who are actually successful, the kind of people you'd actually want to learn from, they're busy running their own races. They don't have 3 hours a week to sit in a coffee shop and hold your hand. I've fallen into this trap myself. I remember being 38, convinced I needed a business partner who knew more than me before I could ship a single product. I spent a year researching potential mentors on LinkedIn and going to mixers instead of just building the damn thing. It felt productive. I told people I was building my network, but really, I was just scared of failing on my own terms. Looking for a mentor is often just a high-level form of procrastination. It's easier to browse LinkedIn than it is to do the boring, difficult work that actually moves the needle. Now, I'm not saying you go it alone. That's how you burn out. I'm saying we need to change how we look at mentorship. We need to stop looking for a guru and start looking for distributed mentorship. Think of it like building your own personal board of directors. You don't need one person to be your everything. That's a bottleneck. Maybe you have a book on your shelf that teaches you how to handle your cash flow. That author, he's on your board. Maybe there's a podcast that helps you with your leadership style. That's another board member. And maybe there's a guy in your office, someone 15 years younger than you, who's a wizard at the technical stuff. If you're humble enough to listen, he's a mentor too. And no, you don't have to give them stock options or a corner office. Usually the price of admission is just a $10 book or a little bit of your attention. You take a piece here, a piece there. You become a student of the world, not just a follower of a person. Here's the nuance that most hustle culture guys won't tell you. Mentorship usually finds the people who are already moving. If you're standing still, asking for help feels like a burden to a potential mentor. It's like asking someone to push a dead car. It's heavy, it's exhausting, and nobody wants to do it. But if you're already running, if you're trying things, hitting walls, and adjusting, people want to help. They see your momentum and they want to help steer the car that's already in gear. You don't find a mentor and then start. You start and then you find the advice you need because you're actually in the game. And look, don't ignore the reverse mentors in your life. We've all seen them. The boss who is a complete disaster, the friend who's always in some kind of self-inflicted mess, the guy who's technically brilliant but can't keep a team together because he's, well, a jerk. You can learn just as much from watching someone do it wrong as you can from someone doing it right. Honestly, sometimes more. If you're paying attention, those people are giving you a masterclass in what not to do. That's still mentorship, it's just not the warm, fuzzy movie kind. So, if you're feeling stuck because you haven't found your person yet, I want you to look at the board of directors you already have. Look at the books you haven't finished. Look at the people you work with every day. Look at the mistakes you see happening all around you. You probably already have 80% of what you need for the next step. The other 20%, you're only going to find that by doing the work. You are your own primary investigator. You're the one who has to sift through all the noise and figure out what applies to your specific life. No guru, no matter how wise, can do that heavy lifting for you. If this helped you see the path a little more clearly, subscribe for more like this. I try to share these reflections as they come up. Just don't wait for a permission slip. You don't need Gandalf to tell you it's time to start. You just have to start.